Hi, it's Quinn Miller here from Employee Benefits Asia, a brand by Tenzing Pacific Services. In today's video, we're going to talk about underwriting. So first, underwriting, what that is, that's the process of an insurer reviewing your application, any of your declarations, and assessing it, and then giving you a price accordingly. So any price that you ever see from a broker or an insurance company that they publicly post, those are indicative rates. Those are not the final premiums. Those are the premiums based off of your age for a specific plan for a normal person who is healthy. Those rates are not finalized. They could change to factors such as your occupational hazards. They could change because you have a high BMI that's above 30, or they could change because you have a pre-existing condition that they cover, and with that pre-existing condition, what they'd be looking to do is cover that for a premium loading. So for example, if somebody had hypertension, hypertension is a pre-existing condition that can be covered by some providers. If a provider does cover hypertension, they might charge an additional 35 or 40% on your price to cover that. So with medical underwriting, we're going to talk about 4 types. Number 1, full medical underwriting. That's my preferred type. That's the type of underwriting for personal policies. What that means is, yes, you do have to declare medical conditions. Maybe it's not ideal up front, but what's good about full medical underwriting is you declare everything. If you want a pre-existing condition covered, you declare it to the insurer. They'll assess your risk and then make a decision. If you don't like the decision that they come back with, you're not obligated to move forward with them. The good thing about full medical underwriting is everything is clear before you buy the policy. It's clear up front. You know what you're getting into. You know what's covered. You know what's not. If you're okay with that, you pay your premium and you have your policy in place. The next type of underwriting is moratorium. A moratorium policy is a type of policy where you can get pre-existing conditions covered after a moratorium period, and that moratorium period is typically 2 years. But in those 2 years, you can't seek treatment, you can't take medication, you can't have a change in lifestyle to get those conditions covered. So a lot of insurance brokers and salespeople, they'll use a moratorium policy because it's much faster to get people signed up. You're not having to declare all of your medical conditions and go through underwriting. Instead, you're basically ticking a box saying, I understand that pre-existing conditions aren't going to be covered and that they could be covered in 2+ years. But things like chronic conditions, you'll never get covered under a moratorium policy because they never go away. So if you have something like diabetes, that 2-year period will never start because the diabetes has not gone away. So moratorium, there's a lot more gray area. It's not as clear up front as to claims. It also means essentially when you do make a claim, the insurance company is doing underwriting at the time of the claim. So that can lead to a lot of user headaches for you. It's also user headaches for me. And I know for me as a broker, I don't like having headaches for myself. I don't like having headaches for my clients because then they're not going to refer people to me. So I usually stay away from moratorium underwriting because I want things to be clear up front and not have problems during the year. The next type of underwriting is called the CPME. So that's a continuing personal medical exclusion. That's basically a transfer policy from one insurer to the other. They would have to be like to like. So if you had full medical underwriting with a company like Bupa, a company like Allianz might be able to take over your policy without new underwriting, provided that you submit all of your original applications and certificates. That's not as common, not that many providers do it, so I don't want to spend too much time on it. And the last type of underwriting is called Medical Health Disregarded, or MHD. That is for groups in particular. That's a type of underwriting where you're signing up a large number of people at one time. So rather than going through the admin process of getting applications off of each individual, the risk is pooled amongst everyone. And what that means are pre-existing conditions can be covered and waiting periods can be waived. So typically that's with groups with at least 10 people in them. So those are the 4 basic types of underwriting. To quickly summarize, for personal policies, whether that's for an individual or a couple or a family, the 2 main ones are going to be full medical underwriting and moratorium. I personally recommend full medical because everything's clear up front. Moratorium is easy to sign up. It's a much faster sign up process. It can be good in the long run, but it does lead to more user issues because essentially the underwriting happens at the time of a claim. So if you're looking for insurance for yourself, your family, your company, please get in touch with me today. I'll walk you through suitable options that are based off of your needs and budget, and then present them to you in a way, explain the good things and the bad things about each option, and help you make an informed decision. So you can get in touch with me. My contact details are in the bio, or my email's in the description of this video, and I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks.